Morning guys, how we doing? Welcome to today's video. So today I want to take a look back at the last 12 months of the channel, as to some of the highs, some of the lows, just go through the things I've really enjoyed doing. Also, I want to ask you guys, coming up in 2026, what do you want from the channel? I need to change things around. I want to just do a little bit less here and maybe focus a bit more onto Kick. I also want to do a lot more on TikTok and Instagram. But I can't do everything. I've only got these two hands and I'm already bursting at the seams. However, it's been a brilliant year. 2025 has been a really, really good year. In terms of statistics, you know, we've had over 6,300 people join, subscribe. So thank you very much to all of the new subscribers this year, as well as all of you that have been so loyal and followed the channel for many years. So thank you very much to everybody. You know, without you guys, pretty much this would be a meaningless task. So thank you very much indeed. In terms of watch hours, I've had over 600,370 hours of watch time. I really can't believe that there's that many people have watched that many hours looking at this ugly head. But anyway, nevertheless, thank you so much indeed, guys. So when we're talking about this year, I want to go through month by month, just some of the highlights that I've enjoyed, some of the videos I've enjoyed making, and you know, just pop your comment down below. What was one of your favorite videos? If I don't mention it here, maybe you can let me know the kind of videos you like. Maybe it's worth me revisiting some of these places and going back and say, look, this is the change when I last went there. So let's see what comes from that. So January, my favorite video in January was when I went to the fun fair. Now we had a fun fair up here on Third Road. I've got to say the fun fairs are a little bit challenging, both mentally as well as physically, because when you look at them, you think, oh Lord, you know, is there any health and safety here? However, we went down there, we had a really, really good time. Gina, Sugar and Pui and Glenn, they came and joined us later on. Rick came out with me with Ying. We went down there and I challenged myself to 3 of what were supposedly meant to be the 3 scariest rides. And you know, it's a bit of fun. It's something, if you are out here, guys, and it is a fair going on, you know, take the girls. They do enjoy it. They do like the thrills and the challenges. So go down there. We had a great time. I managed to get the girls on the big Ferris wheel, which went all the way around, and then it went, well, not Ferris wheel, like a wheel went all the way around and all the way back. It was 360 degrees. That was brilliant. They loved that. And you could hear their screams over in Rayon. But it was really, really good. Maybe you went. I don't know. If you went, drop your comment down below. February was more of a personal challenge for me, and it's a challenge that I've got to say, at making this video now, some 10 months later, I'm still not convinced. I went down and I had the lens replacement surgery at the super site in Bangkok Pattaya Hospital. It's mixed reaction. You know, when you do these things, you've got to take on board there are an element of unknown risks. You know, your body might reject the lenses. Nothing is guaranteed. The surgeon does the best he can with the equipment available and the high-tech modern technology that they use. Now, so I had my lens taken out and I had artificial ones put in. Now that means I can never get corneas, etc. However, the initial stages was very, very good. Yes, over nighttime I get halos, but daytime my long sight was just insanely good. A completely different world to what I've been living in prior to having the operation. Over the course of the first 3 months, it was all about adjusting, trying to figure things out. My brain and my eyes were needed to re-communicate with each other. But I've got to say right now, I'm struggling. Right now, I'm going to go and see the surgeon very soon. I believe I've given it a long enough time now. It's been nearly a year. It'll be a year in February next year. So I want to go and see him because there are times when I find it very, very difficult to focus. Nighttime is very, very blurry. Daytime, long distance daytime in crystal clear light is fantastic. Unfortunately, as you know now, you can see I'm working under artificial light. I'm in front of 3 huge big computers, so maybe I'm not helping myself, but yeah, that one has been a struggle. But long distance and clarity, fantastic. Short distance and in front of lights and nighttime, I need to go and seek assistance to see whether or not there's any improvements can be made. I mean, my logic says maybe it's the case that I've got to bite the bullet and just say, do you know what, let's do it all over again and change the lenses, and maybe the new lenses will sit better than what these ones are. I don't know, but watch this space. I will update you guys. You know, I won't lie to you. I will update you. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it is one of those things, you know, you take these risks, fully aware that it may not be for you. March, I did one for March, and the reason I laugh at it is because I went to the King's Club, the Buffalo Club, and the Castle. And these are 3 places that are located up on Third Road that not many people even know about. The ones that know about the castle, I'll leave that with you guys. The castle is a fetish dominatrix scenario. So if that's your kind of thing and you want to go in there and get yourself whipped up and chained up and all the rest of it, or vice versa, then you've got the castle. Likewise, you've got the Buffalo Bar. Now, those of you that have been coming a long, long time, you'll know the Buffalo Bar. The Buffalo Bar used to be where a lot of the girls that were up in the villages would come down. That would be their first port of call. They would work there first, kind of get the idea of what was expected and what the genre was out here and how it all works. And then they would leave on and go off and find a bar of their choice. And the King's is just up there. It's still going. If you walk in there, you buy a drink, don't be surprised if suddenly maybe the temperature's been raised, I don't know, then there's a need to remove items of clothing. So just use that to your imagination. But get yourself up to King's, guys. It's a good venue. You know, and again, don't walk in there expecting to find some like 22-year-old stunner. It's not going to be like that, guys, but it's more about the experience, the fun, and just having a laugh with your mates. So have a think about that. April. Kevin, thank you so much. I went and did my skydive. I've been promising I would do it for a long time. I couldn't do it because I had my eyes and the pressure in the sky up there. But Kevin came along with me, and we had an absolute fantastic time. It really was just unbelievable. There was no fear for me. I didn't bat an eye. It didn't scare me in any way, shape or form. The higher up we were getting, I was thinking, this is amazing. Once we jumped out, the free fall was just unbelievable. Then she pulled the strings for the parachute, and then we shot back up, and then we glided down. The glide down took what felt like ages. It's probably only a couple of minutes, but it felt like ages. And it was really, really good. I loved it. If you haven't done a skydive, I highly recommend you do it as one of your things to do. Put it on your bucket list. Get it ticked off, guys. It really, really was a fun experience, and I was lucky that I experienced it with Kevin. I will never, ever do another one again. And the pure and only reason being is I want that experience to be my only experience where I can say, do you know what, when I did it, it was fantastic. I don't want to do another one that maybe isn't as good, or I don't want to do another one that was maybe better. I just want to be satisfied with what I did. It was brilliant. I loved every second of it, and I'm thoroughly glad I did it. Now, in May, I did a video, and I've got to say it's been my most popular video, and it was called Fantasy versus Reality Living in Pattaya. And it was trying to explain to you the transformation between coming out here on holiday and actually living out here. It is a completely different world. Once you get out of the fantasy world, which normally takes about 3 months, once you get out of that fantasy world and you then start sitting there and think, do you know what? Actually, I can't really be bothered to go out drinking. I can't really be bothered to go to the girly bars. It's boring. It's the same rinse and repeat. All these kind of things. And that it does happen. It does come into your life. You are going to have it, whether you like to accept this now and say, yep, I understand what you say, Trev. I'm not believing you. Promise you guys, it will happen. Maybe it might take a few more months than 3 months, but eventually it will come. I've been living here 12 years. If I didn't have this bar and I wasn't located here in the city centre, I wouldn't be here in a nanosecond. I'll be out the door. I'll be back up in Korat, living a nice, happy, peaceful life. And I would use this. I would come down for maybe a week, every couple of months for a holiday. And I know I would enjoy the buzz of what we've got here. So I did that video, and it was really, really popular. And all these videos I'm talking about, the links are all in the descriptions down below. So if you want to catch up on any of the videos, just go in the description, click the link, and you can watch the said video I'm talking about. But it was a really, really interesting video, especially to hear about your thoughts and about how you feel. Many, many people agreed with me. Some people were questioning, saying, well, I've been here a year, I'm still loving it. To be honest with you, it took me about 2 years to really completely get this out of my system. You're meeting new people, and that's another thing, you make friends, and all of a sudden that new friend of yours is going back home, and you're sat here like, oh, really? I live out here. I've got my best friend, which is Coops. I've got some very, very good friends with Rick and Danny and people like Leo, etc. But again, I can count those friends on this hands. That's it. And after 12 years, you'd think you'd have more. In June, I was very, very lucky and very privileged to be invited to the Melia Hotel from Peter James. I've got to say, you've got some high-end hotels here. And when I went around that hotel, I've got to say they've done a fantastic job, and there's so much more yet to come. They've got a rooftop. They've got some beautiful balconies. They've got a lovely swimming pool comment. The rooms are very, very exceptionally highly decorated to a good standard. The windows are all double glazed, so you can't hear anything outside on the passing traffic. They've got the Lay Beach Club in front of them as well, which is a beautiful beach club. It's really, really nice. If you want to sit on there and watch the sunset, it's a fantastic setup. And for one of the biggest surprises to me is it was so affordable. When you consider, you know, you've got the Hilton, you know, you've got all these high-end hotels. When you consider the prices to the Hiltons, to the Dusit Thani's, to all these places, they were very, very affordable, and in my eyes, extremely good quality, and definitely one worth staying. I know people that watch that video, they've been to stay there, they've came and said, Trev, I stayed there for a week, it was brilliant, really nice, absolutely top drawer. So again, if you are looking for something a little bit more upmarket, check out the Melia Hotel, go and speak to Peter James, a really, really nice guy, go and speak to him, and I'm sure you'll be taken care of. In July, we did the famous fish and chips. There is such a fish and chip war here. It's insane. And so I thought, what I'll do is let me just cover 5 places that you can get fish and chips from. Now, I'm not saying any of these 5 are the best. It's down to personal preference, personal opinion. All I can say is these 5 places I did happen to be mentioned a lot when I'm talking to people, or people are mentioning about fish and chips. So I went to Moggy's Bar, I went to the Hideaway Bar, I went to the Time Bar, I went to the Sharples Bar in the New Plaza, and I went to the Devonshire. And all of those restaurants provided with a really nice, very affordable, good quality fish and chips. For me, if I'm being totally honest, this is just my honest opinion. For me, Sharples, only because of the condiments on the side that you could get. You know, your pickled eggs, your scrappings, you know, your saveloy, all these different things that you would expect to get from a fish and chip shop back home. So for me, it was a really interesting video. It was nice to see 5 different places. Yes, I ate 5 fish and chips. I'm even fatter than what I used to be. And it was a really good, and all of these fish and chips were very affordable and highly recommended. So if you haven't seen the video, the link is down below. Go and have a go. August, my Lord, August. Well, didn't the shit hit the fan? So I went down to see Mark at One Stop Visa Services. He's down at the bottom of Soy 6. He's an extremely good, very, very helpful guy. If you need tourist visas or retirement visas, work permits, whatever you need, he is extremely good. However, that was the time when the bank accounts were frozen. The Bangkok Bank were freezing accounts left, right, and center. It had nothing to do with you as an individual. It was to do with a lot of money laundering that was happening. I'm not going to go into detail. You can go and watch that video. So in terms, they made it very difficult for you to keep your account. You had to provide an insane amount of paperwork and information. And provided you had that, they would then keep your account. If you didn't, they shut it down. You had to go in there with your brown paper bag, put your money in your bag, and hasta la vista, baby, go and find a new bank. All I'll say to you is this, guys, and again, this is a personal opinion. If you have all the requirements that is needed in order to open up a genuine Thai bank account, I've used Capricorn for 12 years. I've never, ever once had a problem. They've been extremely good. The service is fantastic. There's no ifs or buts about it. You get your card, you get your everything you could want. Capricorn give you online banking, the whole lot. I've never, ever once had any issue. The only thing they did to me a while back was because any transactions over 50,000 baht, you have to do a facial recognition. Whoopee-doo-dah, that was it. That's to safeguard you if you were potentially going to be hacked. It safeguards them from obviously they've got to face you, and there's not many people that look like this. So I guess I'm quite safe. But all jokes aside, if you do need any assistance with a bank account, with a driving license, with your retirement visas, with work permits, anything like that, go down and see Mark at One Stop Visa Services. He's very, very good, very professional, and he will help you out, no doubt. September was nice. We opened up a Darkside Maggie Mays over the Darkside. And you know, the Darkside is what we call, well, it's actually called East Pattaya, but we call it the Darkside because back in the day there was very little lighting, hence meaning it was dark to drive around. I went up there, I spoke to Craig. Craig's the manager. He's a really, really nice guy, genuinely helpful guy. He'll go out of his way to make sure that you enjoy your visit up there. Guys, you know, these places, they are out on the beaten track. Now, when I do my Darkside tour every other Wednesday, we do go there. So if you'd like to come up there and visit, come into the Buzzing Lounge, get yourself a ticket. All the details are in Discord. We provide you with a BART bus service that takes you to different venues all over on the Darkside. When we do go to Maggie Mae's, you are getting some free food as well, which is nice and very courteous of Craig. It's a good venue. There's lots of girls, nice seating, and well worth a visit, guys. So if you fancy checking that out, come and join me. And also have a listen to the video. The video, Craig speaks about his past, about the future, what they're doing. They've got big plans up there, guys. So if you are interested in going over the east side, the east side, in terms of a BART bus, in terms of a Bolt taxi, you're talking less than 100 baht, and it'll drop you right in the center of where all the bars are. So, get out there, guys. Go and explore this beautiful city that's got so much to offer. In October, I had one of my nice times. I had a selfish time, went away on my own. I went over to Koh Samet. Now, if you haven't been to Koh Samet is a beautiful national park island. It's stunning. It's really, really nice. It's 45 minutes up the road towards Rayong. Once you get there, guys, you get the ferry over, get the ferry across, and you are in a completely different world to the world you're in here in Pattaya. You wouldn't even believe you were close to Pattaya. You would think you're on a beautiful island in the middle of the Caribbean somewhere. It's absolutely stunning. Nice white sand beach, fire shows of an evening. It really, really was nice. I stayed in a hotel. If you watch the video and you know about my beach view, but again, it's a learning curve. It's something I booked a hotel that said I had a beach view, 2 villas with a beach view. So I booked one of them. When I got there, my beach view was actually looking through the windows of the restaurant that they built in front of the villa before they changed the video changed the Agoda description. But it is what it is. Again, you make the best of what you got, and that was it. So yeah, but it was a beautiful, beautiful one. Highly recommended, guys. Get yourself up to Koh Samet. You won't be disappointed. I promise you'll have a good time. November, I did something that's been on my tick box list for a long, long time. As well as doing the skydive, I went and did my diving. And I went with Copper Band Diving, and they were brilliant. They were really, really good, very professional. Just took me by step by step by step. I am going to be doing a paid diving course with them in the new year. So watch this space. I'll show you all that's required to do the course. I know many of the more experienced divers replied to my video and said, Trevor, this is just the start of a new beginning of a new world. When you're underwater, there's no talking, there's no music, there's nothing. It's just purely you and the sea and the fish. It was just really relaxing and so, so enjoyable. So again, if you haven't done that, there is a link in the description below. Get yourself out there, guys. Go and check it out. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. And this month, I went over to Kanchanaburi again for my second trip. I've got to say, it doesn't matter how many times you go to Kanchanaburi, when you walk around the graves of the young people that lost their lives, when you take into account all the atrocities that went on, when you go down to Hellfire Pass and you're in the museum, you're listening to the people that survived, listen to their stories of everything they went through, you can't do anything else but walk out of there and think to yourself how lucky I am in my life. And when you're having a bad day, when you're thinking, oh God, today's a really crap day, just have a little think about this experience, because I'll tell you now, you won't think of a bad day ever the same way again. It was just phenomenal. We organise monthly trips. Now, if you'd like to come with us, join us on Discord or send me an email, 247pattaya@gmail.com. We have a tour guide, a professional tour guide up there, Susan. She takes us around, shows you everything. It's a fantastic 2-night, 3-day excursion. It's another good way to get yourself out of the city. If you're coming over for 3 weeks or a month or whatever, come and join us on these trips, guys. These are things that you'll go back and you'll never, ever forget again. You'll think, do you know what? Wow, I'm so glad I've done that. If you don't believe me, have a look in Discord. We've got all our previous trips there. You can read all the reports from people that have been on the trips. They'll tell you how much they enjoyed it, how eye-opening it was, and how moving it was to experience and see what people enjoyed during that particular time of the world. So, yeah, Kanchanaburi, well worth a visit, guys, definitely. All right, so that's really my 12 highlights from this year. I don't know what next year is going to bring. I have got some changes I'm planning. I'm not sure that I'll execute the changes, because I want to kind of cut down here on YouTube a little bit more and concentrate both on Kick, on TikTok and Instagram. The simple reason being is Instagram and TikTok are instantaneous. They're quite quick. Kick is live streaming, so I can just live stream. I can walk around and go, here you go, guys, this is it live. And if you missed the video, you can always go back and watch it. The videos stay active on Kick for a month. YouTube, I love YouTube. It's been an amazing journey. It's been a journey that I will never ever forget for the rest of my life. You know, I'm over 112,000 subscribers now, which must say that I'm doing something right. But it's the time factor. It's the demands. It's the constrictions. It's everything I've got to do. I'll be honest with you guys, I've been doing it now solid every day for 5 and a bit years. And I'm not going to lie, I'm getting tired. I am getting tired. But I'm a stubborn old mule. I don't like giving up. I've still got things to do. We've got the Buzzing Lounge still to go. And I want to thank everybody that comes into the Buzzing Lounge. It's been fantastic. Your support has been phenomenal. I never, ever in a million years expected that to happen. So thank you very much to all of that. But yeah, regarding videos, I'm not sure. I might do the news on a Monday, maybe a video on a Tuesday and a video on a Friday. So I might cut down to 3. So there'll be no video on a Wednesday, live stream on Thursday, no video on a Saturday. Let me see if I can do that. I tried it once, I managed one day and I gave up. So let's see. If there are any places you want me to go to, guys, in next year, or anything you want me to do for you next year or travel to, let me know. I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to go to Chiang Mai. I'm going down to Hua Hin because we are going to start trips down in Hua Hin very soon. I'm going to go to Bangkok because, again, we're going to do Ayutthaya and Bangkok. We're going to organise trips for that as well. So if there are any things you'd like me to do, any place you want me to visit, let me know, guys. I'll be happy to do that. All right, thank you very much for all your support, guys. I can't thank you enough. You know, it's been amazing. It's been a journey I never, ever in a million years expected. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart to say thank you for taking up your time out of your own personal lives. And those of you that subscribe, those of you that support the channel as well, thank you so much. It really is unbelievable. I'm always humble to you. Thank you so much indeed, guys. Okay, thank you very much indeed for watching. As always, please remember, hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when I bring out a new video. If you haven't, jump into Discord. Discord is over 23,000 members. It's totally free of charge. A great way to find out what's going on right here, right now, as well as general news, information, tips, and advice. If you'd like to receive a monthly newsletter that Bo produces, send me an email, 247pattaya@gmail.com, and just write newsletter in the head. That's all you got to do. That will then get picked up. And what we'll do is we'll add you into our newsletter, which goes out at the end of every month. Bo puts this together. It's packed full of information. It's a really, really good read. So if you'd like to receive that, guys, please send me an email. I mentioned earlier about TikTok. Bo and Ying are developing that and growing that as quickly as they can. There's some really good little short snippets. I am going to help them next year. I'm going to do some news updates, some little questions like, what do you think about this? And get some engagement. So have a look at TikTok. Likewise, Instagram is all about nightlife. It's all about the nightlife here. And what I plan to do on Instagram is to go to little bars and nightclubs and stuff and just do a little TikTok, a little Instagram and say, right, guys, I'm here outside. Insomnia, let's go take a look. All right, there you go. What do you reckon? So you can get up to date, quick videos about what's going on here. If you haven't, join us on Kick. It's really important, guys. kick.com/buzzingpattaya. Come and join us on Kick. We have got an absolute bucket load of stuff that's coming your way for Kick. We've got lots of good things, some interviews, all these kind of things coming, guys. So please have a look on Kick, guys. Come and join us over there. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And please, as always, wherever you're in the world, stay safe.